because I kind of made it about writing prompted poetry almost in a way. It was like a speech. So I did a couple more, and this most recent one I did, I wanted to kind of twist it up a little bit, and I told people to give me 10 animals. And I was going to figure out a way to incorporate animals into a poem with like metaphor and personification and simile and all the traditional writing structures. So the 10 animals that I got were turtle, elephant, armadillo, lemur, goat, crocodile, panda, sloth, marmot, and flamingo. Yeah, marmot. I've got some really screwed up friends, and add me on Facebook, and you guys can torture me like this anytime I don't write a poem. And it actually happens fairly frequently. You can ask the frequenters of this mic here. But I don't know if I even like what I did here, but you guys saw me at the bar writing on my laptop. I literally wrote this in an hour and a half. So cut me some slack.
No slack.
This is called Welcome to the Jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Through these streets and these alleys tumble the finest of the scales and the stubble, drinking from troubled waters and doubled over from each other's mumbles, and though we love to watch our foundations crumble, still we build cages and we watch them while they stumble and fall. The elephant. As wise as they are tall, the elephant's eyes can be mighty small, and though they try so hard to be heard with their trumpets and squalls, some eyes cannot travel high enough to see the rhyme to their reason. The turtle. Their time runs slow and so low to the ground, there's so little to believe in. Leave the herd in the shell, their bell tolls only for them, because if the tree is felled inside of your own shadow and no one hears it, does it even make a sound? The lemur. Socialites abound, not prone to fights, but always hanging around, taking bites out of your social rights and swinging off into trees or into the night because your despair isn't their problem, and though it isn't jest, their tail flicks in spite of you. The goat. Trite little blokes who approach everything head first, and every joke might poke just a little bit deeper, but folks with big horns can't always see past their scorn and often won't notice your thorns in favor of their own armor. The armadillo. Peace farmers. At the first sign of malcontent, they're sent directly into themselves. They pent up their happy and put it on shelves, in storage for those moments when they cannot quell the fear, and they retreat once more to their ball where no one delves further than the service.
Nice.
The crocodile. God help the mongrel with a nose like Pinocchio's and full of teeth to harm those even closest to their heart. Too smart for their own good, they suppose, talon toes buried in the chest of their friends and their foes, no one the wiser, and none the wiser are they to the woes they both destroy and create. Yeah, sorry. The panda. Steady and alone, they are ready for anything because their home isn't in another's, but in their own ingenuity and strength. Their passion is not shown in their social weight or depth, and if they could, they would only waste any time at length on mating season. If anybody knows anything about pandas, that's funny. The sloth. Pasted to their prejudice and couched in their reason. Slow of mind and strong in sleaze, they believe in nothing but their own slouch and the repetitive nature of their simple-minded mouths. Treason isn't scary to those wary of leaving their own branches. The marmot. They carry their confidence in their cheeks and their chests, little rodents who whistle their bests and their jests to anyone who will hear them. Preying on no one, but the less than desirable in the room. They chatter and they test the limits until they scurry back to their hole in their nest, deep down where no one knows or cares if they live or not. The flamingo. Proud of their posture and the rest of the beauty they foster. Balance is the building blocks of the stage and their actors. All pretty poses and common factors, attention detractors from the silent nuclear reactors in their eyes and clasped between their beautiful beaks. Welcome to the jungle. Watch the pressure rise and the bubble pop as we build cages made of rage and gumdrops. We're so politically correct, but also willing to resign to the wars that others wage, even if it makes our entire existence lopsided. We all have roles in an ecosystem. We're all mechanics in an algorithm, and sometimes being divided is part of the solution that we all have in mind. When we try to define what equates life through the eyes of another, it paves roads to hunger not for nourishment, but for another fucking option that doesn't have anything to do with our own soul's chosen path. Welcome to the jungle. So dark that most of us haven't even woke yet. So yeah, that was a dry run. Thank you very much. And then I'm going to do one more